Coach Taylor and Coach Becca. This is episode 9 of What Do You Slay? We are coaches in the Austin area, and today we are going to talk about osteoporosis, and is being skinny your ticket to osteopenia or osteoporosis. So we are not doctors, we're not official, nothing. We just talk about some interesting topics and share with you our thoughts as professional coaches and personal trainers. So welcome. So I want to start us out. We came up with this topic because a amazing man named Robert Linkul, who we love and adore, who is very well educated about training older adults, started talking about this and was watching a show and mentioned like Hollywood star kind of having this ability of possible osteoporosis just because of kind of how frail or weak she is, and being at a younger age. So we want to kind of go over that as we think it's a little bit interesting. So what is osteoporosis? So this is basically a definition out of the dictionary. It's a medical condition in which bones become brittle and fragile from loss of tissue, typically as a result of hormonal changes or deficiency in calcium and vitamin D. So this usually can strike at any age. It really is usually thought of as an older person's issue or problem, but women in their 40s can start seeing this, especially if you're not doing the right things to prevent it. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that, and then I want to share one more statistic with you. So a lot of women over 60 have bone fractures from falling or injuring themselves, and it's really, really high on how often this happens to women over 60. So we're going to kind of touch base on all that and tell you our thoughts. So join us. Okay, so let's first talk about as we age, this is something that can happen. What is your experience with clients having osteoporosis or osteopenia? Now, let's just clarify. Osteopenia is what you get before osteoporosis. So it's the start of that bone tissue deteriorating before it's full-blown osteoporosis. So tell me a little bit about, as trainers, your experience with women, and it's more common in women than men, with osteoporosis, osteopenia. Taylor.
Well, I think especially with our demographic, we probably have like a median age of, like 40 to 60s, even all the way up to 80s. That's kind of the demographic that we specialize in here at Slade Fit Club. And we work with a lot of women that have been told, and some men, like over the years, that being skinny is better. Like that's what they're striving for, is to be thin, to be skinny, and they're scared to be strong or look bulky or build muscle. But then in the long run, they're affected by it by, they're having back pain, they're having all these breakdowns in their bone or their muscle. Maybe they're more prone to falling and fractures and things like that. And that's a result of them striving to be skinny and not doing weight training, resistance training, which then is going to lead to underdeveloped bone tissue and muscle tissue to help support their bodies as they age.
100%.
So I would say it's super prevalent, especially like we said, the demographic here. And it's important to make note that it's even more common for women that are experiencing menopause or have experienced menopause, because a lot of it has to do with a shift in their hormones, drop in estrogen for women and testosterone for men. So it's definitely, I would say, an age-related disease or something that we want to be mindful about, but is preventable in a lot of cases.
Yeah, and reversible for the most part, which is really,
awesome.
Really cool to see. Even when I was at Orange Theory, not a huge weight training class, but you still are doing something that's better than nothing. And we had a woman completely reverse her bone density, charts, they were decreasing, and then eventually they were increasing, and her bone density was getting better and stronger. She also got off a bunch of medications. So yeah, I mean, kind of all the same. But I mean, I had a friend who was 26 and got diagnosed with this, and not necessarily because she was thin, but it's not just an old person disease thing. It's are you taking care of your body? Is your body supported with the muscular structure in order to hold your bones in place and do what they need to do?
Absolutely. And you know, Robert Linkul, in this YouTube video he made, which you can check him out at trainingtheolderadult.com. We love him. He's super knowledgeable. Again. Big fans, Robert. So he talks about just how younger women can absolutely have this, and that they kind of like melt on themselves, or they just cannot even move their own body weight.
Isn't that so scary? Like,
so scary.
That's such a scary thought. And I think people think that they're okay because what are you doing throughout the day? Like, you're in your routine, you get out of bed, you can do that fine, okay. Then you like walk to your car, you can get in and out of your car, all these little things. But in one of his examples, it's like one of his clients tripped, and her just catching herself from falling. She didn't even fall, she just caught herself. Snapped her ankle.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You
or
know?
a dog pulling you. You get an example, like a dog pulling you, and you can't even pull back the resistance of that, or make a sudden turn and like stop to catch yourself. And if your bones are brittle and weak, I mean, again, you snap your leg right off. Not off, but you know what? Not a good day, period.
No. Yeah, so I think you think you're okay because you've been going through your daily routine, and the worst case hasn't happened yet, but like life is all about inevitability, and like it's going to happen, and you should prepare for that. And it doesn't even have to be a bad thing, like a crazy thing, but because you're so weak, it's just...
He even gave an example of like a lady, like, oh my gosh, it was so, like, as a mom, so terrible, like the cart got away. The cart.
I've actually seen this video.
Have you seen this?
The stroller of a baby
going down like San Francisco Hill. Think of that. And she like has to quickly turn and start heading towards her child, but she like falls and then tries to get up again and falls again, because she just has none of that strength to be able to react, and her body cannot hold that much weight propelling in that direction, and so basically melting or crumbling in on herself. So like, you don't know what's going to happen in your life where you have to quickly react. And with our older adults, like training them to react quickly and shifting of your body weight and making sure that your muscles are strong enough to be able to hold that load is crucial to like a positive life and going forward and not having those injuries and things like that. So like interesting logistics of maybe people don't think about that. I don't know. So anyways, I thought it was a really good, some examples of like real life examples of where it's just important you be able to move your own body weight. So, but anyway, the one thing I kind of wanted to dive into more is, you know, our society, like going back, is so focused on being skinny, and, you know, between, I don't know, models and role models, or, you know, there's these real life, I don't know, I like this app called Like to Know It, and you see all these really cute models in these, you know, size 0 or 2, and great to all the size 0s and 2s, but like muscle mass, or it's just not on a lot of these women, and it's not seen as fashionable or beautiful in some ways, not by the masses by any means. It's like kind of being skinny, no tone, and I think that's kind of hindering the culture and the world of creating more of these diseases, because even the lack of nutrients of vitamin D and calcium within your diet, your body's not absorbing that.
Yes,
So,
like, you know, osteoporosis is not necessarily an old person's disease, and it's also, well, being fat isn't the only reason you're unhealthy.
mhm,
You know, being too skinny is also just as vital to your health,
100%.
or reverse of that. But yeah, to your point, you need muscle,
Yeah,
you need a little bit of fat,
yeah,
Yeah.
and there's a healthy balance, and that's going to look a little bit different on everybody. So striving for a whole culture, a whole human race to be one size is
not,
inappropriate.
Yeah.
Just straight up.
not a cool thing.
No, it's not.
So I guess those are the main parts. I mean, this is kind of a shorter what do you slay, but I like talking about that osteoporosis is a thing, but it's not just for older adults. I mean, it can be for younger adults as well, and something to be mindful of. Maybe you didn't think about that. So creating some form of resistance training to help your bones become stronger is vital. And I mean, you know, not just lifting 5 pounds over my head for a little bit. Like, it has to be somewhat challenging. It has to be a little bit difficult to where, you know, you can rep out 20 reps of something, but, you know, try and get that to 8 to 10 and it be challenging.
I think
that
you
way.
were doing something cool today, and also while I was training, I think about, like, what do I need to do this for? So I was doing deadlifts today, and I'm thinking about my boyfriend who weighs 170 pounds, and I'm like, I need to be able to pick his ass up. If we're in a fire and he passed out, I need to be able to deadlift his body weight up and off the ground. And you were with Kathy earlier, and you're like, we're in baby training. She's like, how much does your baby weigh? Throw it over your head, you know? So you got to think about it like that. Are you able to do those things in that dire situation, or even just playing with your kids or whatever that looks like?
Yeah.
Can you pick your baby up? Can you trace the stroller?
Yeah.
And that should be your motivation to do the work.
Yeah, we did that a lot. We like put in real life examples. I'm like, okay, here's where you're at. You're on the floor. You've fallen. You're in shock. Can you push yourself up and stand up?
And we have a lot of people that
Who
look at us and they're like,
are you
can't.
kidding me?
Right.
You want me to do that? And I'm like, oh, hell yeah, I do.
Yeah.
But we put them in the environment here to help teach them how to do that and feel confident, and, you know, if they ever got into that situation. But even like our strength class, you know, what if we like, you gotta pick up a bag of mulch, you like to garden or something, like,
Yeah.
how are you gonna pick that up and throw it on your shoulder and walk with it? Let me show you. I'm gonna get you a 30-pound dumbbell. We're gonna put it on your shoulder and you're gonna walk around, and then I'm gonna cue you how to hold your body, things like that. So I think that's important more and more these days, of telling people like why you're doing something and how it correlates to real life.
Yeah.
And it's a good way to frame things, because we will have people come in and, you know, you're like, pick up a 12 or pick up 15 pounds, and they're like, oh no, that's too heavy. And it's like, okay, the reality is you're picking up things that should be much heavier than this in your real life. Like, if you can't pick up 8 or 10 pounds and put it above your head, like that is a reason for concern, because what are you gonna do when you're carrying your groceries, like carrying laundry baskets? I mean, you just have to be able to move that weight and be confident in your ability to do so, because you can't just go through life picking up 5 pounds.
Yeah.
And
I'll tell
why would you want to? Like,
Yeah.
that's sad.
Yeah. So I kind of hear that from some of my older clients, where they're like, oh, you want me to pick up 8 pounds? I'm like, yeah, do you want me to give you your purse instead and like put it to that? Because your purse is probably 10 pounds on your
My
shoulder.
grandma's purse is the heaviest thing I've ever picked up.
What's not in there?
So when you put it in relation to like what you're already doing in real life, and maybe it's not as scary, but you know, think about those things that you do have to pick up, or the things you have to do if you want to keep your independence, and make sure you're training and doing that. I mean,
It keeps you motivated too.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, throughout the years have had clients that get basically prescribed to exercise, right, because of these reasons and many others. And they're like, my doctor sent me here, I'm not very happy about it. But when you start to put it in real life perspective, and it's like, oh, this is fun, like this is a game, we're helping you not only lose weight or lower your blood pressure levels, things like that, but we're helping you prepare for your lifestyle.
Yeah.
And it just keeps you more motivated than the doctor sitting in here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or even think about like traveling, right? Like, you know, you're on the plane and you're like deboarding or whatever, and there's that anxiety of like, I gotta get my luggage out.
I
And
know.
there are people that are on planes that like
Cannot
they're
put
looking
that.
around and you can tell they're like scared to pull it out, and it's like, I mean, people pack that stuff full and you don't want to drop it on someone's head. Like, you've got to be strong enough. If you're ever traveling by yourself, you don't have a man or someone with you to help you, then it feels good to be able to do it yourself. Be like, no, I'm good. I don't need to rely on anyone to do that.
Yeah, no, totally. And I mean, it's very nice when a gentleman wants to offer. And
Oh,
I'm
of
like,
course.
I
No,
got
mine.
this.
Passenger princess here.
Now I have a client who just got there. Who
Really?
that was her goal, and she was a consultant for so long, and she was like, I've never really been able to put it over my head. She did have neck issues, but we've finally gotten her to that point where she can do it, but she'll opt out if she can.
Of course. I'm not saying I volunteer, but if and when I have to.
Well, that's awesome. I mean, it's those little things. So if you're looking to start a program, like think of the reasons of the things you do in your life that you need to be strong for, and shift your way of thinking of exercise as not being this dreadful cardio pumping, you know, whatever. It could be simplicity as, you know, trying to work up to pushing 15 pounds or 20 pounds up over your head because you want to put your luggage away in the airplane. Or, you know, put a stack of dishes on the top shelf, anything like that. So I
think with the females too, something Robert Linkul is saying is anytime after 45 to 60, if you are not doing some sort of resistance training, you are putting yourself into a disability threshold. And like this day and age, 60, 65 isn't that old. Like you should very much still be a pretty healthy adult if you're doing, you know, all the right things. But just like, you're not that far off from that, you know, like most of our clients are not far from, or maybe they're already at, you know, 47 to 65. And that's a scary thought to be like, if I don't take care of myself, someone else is going to have to take care of me. And that should piss you off. You know what I mean?
Oh, 100. And or we see our parents declining and aging and they're taking care of them and they say, oh my gosh, I don't want to be like that. Well, then you have to do something about it. You have to move your body. You have to lift heavy things, pick them up, put them down, put them over your head, and that will help you live a longer life and feeling stronger and more independent. So I think that is another key trigger for a lot of our clients when they come in and train with us. So. We love helping them and changing their lives, and then they share their stories with us, and it's awesome.
I'd say just find something you love to do. Find a form of movement like we try to here at Sleep Fit Club. I think that's one of our mottos is like we're giving you a form of movement that you should love, enjoy, and it's effective. But that's different for everybody. So just find something that's gonna help you stay away from this harmful space of deterioration, and just keep doing it. And it doesn't have to be perfect every week. It doesn't have to be 6 times a week. It shouldn't be 6 times a week, but
at least 2.
Just keep doing it. Keep doing something. Do your mobility work. We have a great on-demand class if you're not local that you can purchase to do mobility work as well. Keep your joints healthy, but
keep your body moving. So I'm gonna finish this little section out before we go to red flag, green flag. As a quote I thought was lovely end to our conversation. So the quote is, don't try to be too skinny. If you're exercising and eating healthy as your doctor recommends, stop trying to achieve what society deems acceptable or desirable. Just as you love and accept those around you for who they are and what they look like, you might be surprised to realize they feel the same about you.
I love it.
I love it too. So, all right, we're on to red flag, green flag. So, it's, what, did I do that, Pat?
No, I'm just thinking about you saying it's the bane of your existence.
All right, well.
Kara gets a little stressed about red flag.
Damn, red flag, green flag, stresses me out. It's not even that big of a deal, but this stresses me out.
It's the most fun part.
I know, but I have to create the content.
Right, it has to be so fun.
Oh my God. Pressures. Okay, so it's November, And so we're going to talk a little bit about Thanksgiving. It's coming up. So families that run 5K on Thanksgiving morning.
So pointed.
Not looking at anyone.
So pointed.
I mean, no, I'm not doing that. I'm a red flag on that.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna say green flag, and you know why?
Tell us.
I do like the party before Thanksgiving idea.
A party?
So the
Or
Wednesday,
workout.
before
Oh.
is like the night to go out.
It is.
Especially when you go home for the holidays, everybody wants to see each other. I did it 1 year and it was awful. It ruined my Thanksgiving. And so having a 5K or something I paid money for that morning to make sure I don't do that is better for me.
There you
Good
go.
accountability.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll go yellow.
Yellow? Are you performing it?
Uh,
Have you ever done that?
I am a frequent victim to peer pressure. So if someone asked me, I would do it. Would I probably volunteer? Maybe not.
Okay. I mean, I love working out, you know, having a good workout before I go mow down on lots of calories and a big meal. I think it helps. I'm totally promoting of that, but I don't like to run, period. So I'm just like, I will walk that with you, but I am not a runner.
Cheer for you.
I will cheer for you.
Yeah.
We can go lift some weights. I'm all there, but not a runner. But hey, get your family out and move your body. That's good. All right, green bean casserole.
Ooh,
Green flag.
Oh,
That's a
yeah.
banger.
Oh,
Yes.
dang.
That's probably my favorite like holiday side.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, we can hang out.
Oh, let's go.
Okay.
Okay, let me tell you how we make it.
Oh, you're not like the regular back of the can of soup recipe?
Yes. I just want to make sure. Can of green beans.
Yes.
Can
Yes.
of cream and mushroom.
That's
And those in the box. Okay, I just want to make sure
Yeah.
we're on the same
You
page.
got like
Where this is
way
no fancy.
no fancy,
No.
no healthy,
No.
not healthy.
I don't
That's
need
so
real
funny.
green
Good,
beans.
good.
Put them in a can.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So do you say pecan or pecan pie?
Pecan.
I don't know. Now I'm confused. You gotta catch me naturally.
We are located in Texas.
Pecan pie.
And Texans either say pecan or pecan.
Pecan.
I think pecan.
I say pecan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
There's
great.
some things I say.
Now,
No, I never say pecan. No, it's pecan.
so I'm just gonna do a sub red flag, green flag off that.
Okay.
Do you eat pumpkin or pecan pie?
Pumpkin. I
I
don't
mean-
like nuts in my dessert ever. Period.
Oh,
I feel that.
Even Rocky Road ice
I was
cream
just thinking
is
about
like
that.
falls very short on my list
Oh.
simply because of the fact that there's nuts in it.
Now
I'll eat both, but pumpkin over.
Oh, I'm pecan.
Oh my gosh, I just said pecan. Maybe I do say pecan.
She'll never be the same.
I'm gonna have an identity crisis.
Oh my goodness. All right, Thanksgiving Day leftovers.
Green flag.
Green.
100%.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. Now, what do you make?
Oh, just.
You just like you repeat of the dinner before?
Yeah.
Oh, I like turkey sandwiches.
You do the sandwiches?
Ooh,
Okay.
yeah.
Or with some good sourdough bread.
Ooh.
Or sometimes I'll do a soup with the turkey, like a turkey pot pie soup.
You're
and it's
making
delicious.
another meal.
I'm making sub meals off the leftovers.
Oh, yeah, I just keep repeating until we're out of it. And I'm
Oh.
like, oh, there's
Keep
4
repeating.
more portions. You have 3 plates to go.
I love it. All right, Christmas music before December. I'm a red flag.
Red flag.
Green. I just love the spirit. when there used to be like Black Friday shopping in person, it's festive. It's the same way like pumpkin spice, like
Yeah.
it just gets you into the season.
Red flag before Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Yeah.
After
I
Thanksgiving.
agree.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm with that.
Okay. You
Okay.
don't have to wait till December.
You have to
Agreed.
wait till after Thanksgiving.
Yes.
I mean, like, give Thanksgiving
But I-
its opportunity to shine people.
Let's
My
have a
mom
say.
will put on John Denver Christmas on our way home from Thanksgiving.
Oh my
I
God, I love it.
It's a
All right, well,
tradition.
we're pretty much all the same. So, well, that's what we have for you on this episode of What Do You Slay? We thank you so much for joining us. If you like watching our videos, we ask that you subscribe to our channel and share with your friends and family. It is a month of giving thanks, and we thank you so much for being part of our What Do You Slay episodes. Have a great holiday, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.